Good morning, Spartans. Today you will be creating a project using all the different blends that we learned over the course of 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I cannot be there with you as my son is sick and I have to stay home with my son. So, in any case, if you need help, hopefully you will have found this video and you will find that it will help you. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and begin. And let's see. Let me reset this workspace. And we're going to go ahead and start off with a new document. And you may notice that my interface is a little bit different. I have a newer version of Illustrator. So let me go ahead and go to 5 inches, another 5 inches, and we'll call this first initial last name underscore, as it says in the assignment page, blend design. Okay, let's see, that's good, and say okay. So we have a 5x5 canvas. Okay, so I'm going to bring out my layers palette because I like to have that organized. What else? Let's see, my color palette, my swatches palette actually, and I want to get my pathfinder, and I think what I want to do is, and that's what I'm using to record this, but I want to go ahead and go to my Vector Easel website, show you the assignment, and let's see, there it is, and we're not getting anything. Let's try this again. Sorry folks, Shift Enter, that's it. Alright, no. Okay, finally I'm back. Here's the assignment. I'm going to go to Blend Design, and I went ahead and made this yesterday. This is what I would have shown you today, but obviously I'm absent. Just one example I produced. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm just going to show the compound shape blending into another shape. Now that other shape could be compound or simple. We did this on Monday and Tuesday. All right. I'm going to tear off my rectangle tools or my shape tools. Okay, I'm going to just really quickly crank this out because I am pressed for time here. All right, so the first one calls for a fill only. Okay, so you see fill only. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and Shift X, and then I'm going to hit the / and do X again, and that brings up my fill. Change the color. I'm going to go ahead and make a compound path. Normally we just make another color so we can see it, but then we need to subtract this. Okay. All right. This is known as a compound path. You guys know that because your very first project you designed icons, and those icons were made by combining shapes. That's what makes it a compound path. You can look under my sub layer and you can see compound path. All right. Now, in order to achieve a blend, you need another object for it to blend into. And the assignment calls for blending that compound shape into either a compound shape or just a basic shape. Okay? Basic shape means that you just make another shape. Okay? So make sure that other shape is another color. Otherwise the blending doesn't really give a nice effect. So I've got those two shapes and I'm going to combine them. Now, initially our project started out this way and then we moved it later. You can start off this way if you wish. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to combine them both, meaning I'm going to select them both. You see right there. And then I'm going to go into Object. Actually, I'm going to go to my Blend tool and double click it and create those settings. So I'm going to do specific steps, and I'll just use the default 8. And then I got to click on an anchor from one shape to the next. And there you go. You can go back to that blend tool and adjust those steps. Preview. And I've got 4. That means there's 4 in-between states in that blend. I'm going to say OK to that. All right. Now, you can choose to replace spine on this first one or replace spine on the second one. You can do it for both or you can do it either one, but you do have to show some evidence of replacing the spine. Okay? All right. Okay, now what I have here, obviously I paused the video. What I have here is my second blend, or beginning to blend. This takes care of the second bullet statement, and I have a compound path again, but this time it's stroke only. The first one was fill only, but now I'm just doing stroke only, and it's going to blend into this second shape here. Okay, they're both different colors, and this is a compound because I subtracted a circle out of the star. I'm going to select them both. I'm going to go ahead and do the blend, say OK, and click and click. There. Pretty simple stuff here. Now I'm going to double click this and I'm going to really create a cool effect. 30. I'm going to say OK. I might go ahead and change the weight of that stroke. I find that the thinner the stroke, the more, I don't know, has that sort of that wiry, slinky effect. Okay. Now, I have not replaced the spine for either one, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back. I'm trying to create a quicker video so you don't have to go through so much. I didn't think you needed me to show you how to use a pen tool. I just did a simple path. You don't have to get crazy on this. Now I selected both of them. I'm just going to go up to Object, Blend, Replace Spine, and that's it. So it just takes on that shape. Now, we need to give it room, so I'm going to go ahead and make that smaller. Maybe rotate that puppy. Did I say puppy? All right. And then I'm going to reduce that one because we need 3 to go. Okay, we have 3 more blends to go. And so those 3 blends, create a pencil path. So I'll do that right now. And I'm going to do this real quickly here. So I already have nearly a 9-minute video going here. Okay, where's my pencil? There it is. So I'm going to choose a color. Got red. And there's one. And then I'm going to go ahead and deselect, choose another color, and make this one a little more fanciful. There it is. Of course, you remember if you hold down Option, you get that little smoothing device. Holding down Option. Okay. And smoothing is not absolutely necessary, but I kind of like that effect. Okay. And now I'm going to select both of these and blend the 2 together. Now, I didn't double click this. I just went ahead and chose the default. So I'm going to go ahead and now increase the amount because the amount, higher the amount on this particular blend is much more effective or just more exciting. Okay, I'm going to say okay to that. I'm going to change the color because I seem to have the same color scheme for all of these. We don't want to do that. Okay, and then I'm just going to reduce the size. Okay, you got to use your black arrow, select them both, and reshape it if you wish. I'm going to choose 0.25 on the stroke value. Nothing wrong with overlapping as long as it works. Okay, all right. Okay, and the next one says freestyle with a pen tool. That just means you're going to make your own shape with the pen tool. So here's my pen tool. Now we want just a fill for this one. Does it say that? Yeah, fill only. See that? Okay. Very important to keep looking back at that assignment sheet. So I'm just going to make my own simple, well, more complex shape, I should say. Now it doesn't have to be a compound shape, but I'm going to make a compound shape. Okay. In fact, yeah, I'm going to move that over here, and I'm going to go ahead and copy that, move one over there, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this one, but resize it because it doesn't fit in that little area. There. Now I'm going to just subtract all those. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's my first shape from the pen tool. And I'm going to go ahead and make another shape. This one's going to be more curved, so you got to hold down that mouse click. Okay, and press for time, so I'm just going to stop there. Okay, and select them both. Double click the spine. Now, because they're solid, you probably want to lower the amount of steps. So I'm going to take that, click, and it looks pretty cool. Just lower the size there. And the last thing we're going to do is blend one word to another. We did this also, and I'm just going to do a quick one. Be more creative than I'm doing. I'm just going to do cat, and I'm going to do dog. Your words do not have to be opposite in meaning, but what they should have are the same amount of letters. Otherwise, the blend won't look as good. Now, not big enough, so I'm going to just go ahead and resize this. Remember, what the other thing you want to do? Create outlines. So right click, create outlines. I'm going to change the color, green, and I'm going to change this to red. Choose both, double click the blend, and say OK, click, and click. I must not have hit that initial anchor. Okay, there it is. Looks pretty cool. I like how that red blends into that green. Okay, last thing you want to do is set it up with an interesting layout, rather composition. And that just means fill up your space nicely. Maybe add a little overlapping effects like I got here. Okay, don't be afraid to rotate a little bit. Okay, that's about it. Last thing I'm asking for is to change the background color. Okay, and you do that by just merely add a layer, drag it to the bottom, so I'm showing you right now, and make a square the same size as the canvas. So I'm going to drag that out, and you just fill it with a color. Black is good, or some kind of a light gray, or some other light color. Okay, let me try this lighter yellow like I did in the example on the website. Okay, that's about it. Hope that helped. I'm almost to my limit, so perfect timing. All right, guys, be good.